been a reasonably good game for penalties, but these players, close as they are, and always hard marking. Marcos Araja comes out through the ruck, but I mentioned before, you could see quite clearly that ball went straight through the line out, so it's still travelling the line that had been thrown in. And Araja coming through to trap the ball, actually came across the line the ball was travelling, even though the ball hadn't actually been hit at that stage. So and that's umpire Daniel Badu from Argentina. We have one Argentine umpire, one England umpire on the field today. Daniel Badu just collecting a ball that was down on the field, so the ball will be taken down, I think, to the 60-yard line. And a penalty to England, so here's a chance for them to get back into the lead. 60-yard penalties, of course, can be defended by the so the four players can stand out in front of the goal. As I said earlier in the game in the first half, that means there's 16 horses' legs and 4 polo sticks able to stop the ball going through the goal. So quite often the penalty hitters will put the ball in the air to keep it away from the defending players, but the danger in doing, well, the offset in doing that is that when the ball goes in the air, if it's spinning, it's hard to keep it straight, and it's very hard to hit the ball without spinning it. So what players try and do is hit the ball just a tiny bit late so that they get backspin on the ball, which tries to keep it going straight. But it's James Byam, the number 3 for England, to take the 60-yard penalty, and he just canters in quietly, leans out, puts the ball along the ground, but it's well, just off the ground, but it's trapped there by a player. But in comes James Harper, but he drives the ball over the back line. So I think there might have been a penalty there, because instead of Argentina hitting in from the back line, they're going to go back to the halfway line and take a penalty 5B. So the England player, seeing the goal there and trying to bash it through, actually came across the line of the defender. And so it remains 4-all, and Argentina get a chance now to go on the attack. Not easy to hit a goal from a penalty 5B on the halfway line, but Raul Laplacette almost did it earlier on in the game when he hit a corker of a long shot in the air that only bounced once before it went across the line, but unfortunately didn't go through the goal. So Laplacette going back. Now his other player just discussing where they're going to position themselves. See Sentares and Araja. Now in comes Laplacette, drives the ball down the centre. Araja traps the ball, but can't quite get it towards the goal. It's backed in there by Harper. It bounces off one of the attacking side's ponies. Sentares, I think it was. And so it will be placed on the back line, and this time it's a let off for England, and they'll hit the ball in. James Harper to take it. This time he just plays a little tap shot. He'll try and attract Sandy Sanadas down back close to him, but he's not coming, so he'll drive it up past him. And it finds Ollie Cudmore there. Cudmore's pony just kicks it though. It means he has to turn and play the backhand. He does it successfully. Marcos Araja traps the ball. Sanadas is there too, so is Laplacette. Laplacette just tries to bring the ball down the boards. He does so. Now he put it into centre field, but it's left sitting there now for Ambrogio, and he goes under the neck. So here comes Argentina on the attack now. Up to the halfway line. Laplacette covering Ambrogio. So Tomlinson has to stay back there and look after Laplacette, and that leaves Ambrogio with a couple of free hits on the offside. He lofts it beautifully. That's right down in the scoring zone. Backhand there by Ollie Cudmore, but he doesn't get it. Picked up by Sanadas, and Argentina into the lead for the first time in this game. They push the score out by a goal to 5 and England to 4. And here it is, Ollie Cudmore, just the ball bounced away from him, just couldn't quite reach out for it. and Sonatas comes in and just taps the ball through the goal. And you can see how far he's had to lean out and just not trying to hit the ball hard. Leaned out, hit it early and soft so that it went through the goal, and there was no chance of anybody hooking him out of that play. So, from the throw-in, it's player Laplacette bringing the ball forward again now. So here's Argentina once more on the attack. This is their natural game, to open it up and push it up the front. Backed out there by Sonatas, but he was closely marked by Mark Tomlinson, and I don't think the umpires were happy. Again, not a severe penalty, just in the run of play, so it's a hit on the spot, so it's not much better than a hit in from the back line, but it does mean that Harper's already in the field of play when he takes the ball. And he goes, feints to unload, but just plays a fairly soft shot across for James Beim. Beim's in there in time to pick up the pass, pushes the ball out towards the sideline. And umpires might have said in taking that shot he'd pushed. I thought he pulled up a bit quick, so they've obviously blown the whistle. And Argentina will get a 60-yard free hit, a penalty for. The England player just coming across there to try and drag that ball on the angle. Pulled across in front of the line. And that is intimidating, and of course the player coming up the line is forced to check his pony and to avoid a possible collision, and that means he loses that advantage. And it's an illegal way of doing it. So a 60-yard free hit to Argentina. So here's a real opportunity for them to push this score out to 2. The difference, and put some real pressure on England now in the fourth chukker. He puts it high in the air and it goes wide to the left. As I said, that's the danger of trying to avoid the opposition's horses, putting it in the air. You get a bit of spin. There is a little bit of a breeze blowing here too, so, and it might be a bit stronger once it gets up that high. That was hit well in the air. So from the back line now, James Harper will have breathed a sigh of relief. Takes the ball across the centre field. In comes Canadas. Canadas' shot drops it down in front of goal. In comes Harper now. Takes the ball backwards, but it's picked up by Sonatas again. He chops it under the pony's feet. Whistle blows. No, it hasn't. It's Laplacette cuts the ball around now. It's not going straight. Oh, picked up beautifully by Ambrosio. And that's where normally England are pretty good defending that sort of play, but the Argentinians, just too many of them. And you just see the cut shot there. Ambrosio coming across, and he just had to pick the ball up and cut it, and Ollie Cudmore not able to get a stick to that one, and so it's 6 goals to 4 now. So Argentina just slipping away a little with this game. England haven't scored now since they were leading 4-2, so that's 4 unanswered goals by Argentina in probably less than a full chukker. So the Argentine players just changing a horse there. Marcos Saraja heading off. That's his father with the horse there, Benjamin, who was one of the vets here for Metropolitan Polo Club. The polo industry in Argentina, they have the largest number of players and certainly dominate as far as world standards go. And a very big horse breeding industry there, producing ponies that are exported all over the world. So a lot of vets and horse trainers from Argentina, very experienced talent down there. Benjamin is over here to look after some of the veterinary tasks for this Super Nations Cup. These two teams, they said, playing in the second semi-final, and they will play the United States of America on Friday the 5th of October for the grand final of the Super Nations Cup in 2012. USA successful yesterday in a penalty shootout after it was 8-all against the Hong Kong China team. So we're back in play now, and the ball comes out, and Argentina takes possession of it. Now, Juan Ambrosio, the man who scored the last goal, can't get the next shot in. James Bime just takes the ball forward, Pony bouncing on him a little. So he's got a backhand from here, but well anticipated by La Placette, who just, well, looks like Mark Tomlinson has found out how soft the grass is. A little slippery patch there. That's the second horse to come down approximately the same area, and just the same thing. Just losing its footing, and Tomlinson leaning out at the time, but I think fortunately he was, again, those sort of falls the rider tends to be thrown clear, so nothing gets damaged, and he's quickly back on board. Horse is okay, Mark's okay, so the ball will be thrown in towards the sideline. That's as neutral a position as you can get with something like that, because it's quite dangerous having a player on the ground with horses galloping around. So from the back, it's La Placette. Takes the ball down towards the corner. And picked up there by Marcus Araja. But his shot is just going to run over the back line out to the right, so it will be a hit in by James Harper from the back. Now the England team just having a bit of a discussion down the back there. Maybe they're going to try and work out, and they've changed tactics here because it's James Bime taking the hit in from the back line, and he'll drive it out to the right-hand side from his point of view. Two players over the ball there, but it'll leave it there for La Placette. Cudmore comes in and makes him rush the shot a little, and that leaves it now for Harper to drive the ball up to the halfway line. It's up to Ollie Cudmore on the near side. He goes down, but he's hooked out of it there by Canardis, and a backhand by Araja. Takes it up now for Ambrosio to come around on the stick side and take it forward. The man who scored the last goal for Argentina. Can he bring it down again? He's just dribbling the ball forward. Now he goes hard. Taps the ball, gone down into the left-hand corner. He's got to try and cut it around from here, not able to do so, but in comes La Placette. La Placette taps it out to the boards. He'll try and bring it around, open up the goals a little. They're very, very narrow from there. He leaves it for Marcus Araja, who just takes the ball along the 30-yard line towards the goal. It's picked up there by Ambrosio, but he's hooked out of the play. Turned around there by Tomlinson. Umpires have blown the whistle, so well, this one fairly critical for England. If Argentina are given a free hit down in front of goal, that'll push them out to, well, big chance for them to push out to a 3-goal difference. James Bime just electing to get a fresh horse. This has been a pretty tough chukker, and some of these horses are probably getting a little tired. It is quite a humid day, so that's quite good for them, because horses have to get rid of heat by sweating, just like us. And so on humid days when they sweat, it's actually sometimes quite good for them, but that horse was looking quite hot, so it's been changed. Araja takes the penalty hit, drives it clean through the middle, and so it's 7-4 now, Argentina. So they really started to take a little bit of control in this game in the second half. We've got about a minute to go in the fourth chukker, and the 2 chukkers to go after this, but we go to the 2/3 mark in the game with a 3 or 4 goal lead. It means that the other team for 2 chukkers is almost virtually playing catch up. So Bime on a fresh pony, plays the backhand. It goes off a pony. It's going to be picked up there by Tomlinson. And Mark Tomlinson just brings the ball round the corner. And a big bump from Ambrosio, but it still gets possession. Ambrosio reads it nicely though. He comes down the line. Cudmore just knocks it off the line. Sonardis is there. And, well, umpires have blown the whistle again, so we'll just see which way the penalty goes here. And it's going up to halfway, so I think that probably means another free hit to Argentina. So certainly as far as the penalties go, they've had the best of this chukker. And a chance for them to go down on the attack. So penalty 5B from centre field. So, Raul Laplacette going back to take this one. He's got a very big hit and is able to get tremendous distance on his free hits. So, away goes Sonadis and in comes Laplacette. Puts the ball high in the air. This one's going to bounce down about 30 yards out. About 20 yards out actually, but it's beautifully back there by Harper. Harper's shot's going to be picked up by Tomlinson and he gets England out of a fair bit of trouble. From right on defence to a nice strong attacking move up towards the halfway, brings it up along the boards. No, he doesn't, but James Bime does. And they're just playing cat and mouse with it now. Eventually Bime takes the rider out of the way and leaves it for Harper to hit the ball forward. He can't pick up the next shot, but he's got plenty of time to come around. And there goes the first bell, so there's 30 seconds left. Harper will want to try and bring this ball back on the attack, but it's stolen here by Sandy Canales. And Canales takes the ball down towards the goal, and this looking dangerous for England because he's on his own and he's very accurate and he'll drive it through and he'll bring it up to 8 goals to finish the fourth chukker. And Argentina now really starting to dominate a little. 8 goals to 4 the score with 2 chukkers to go, so plenty of time for England to get back into this, but it means that, as I said, they can't really think about winning this game until they hit at least 4 goals to bring them back up with Argentina. So play will start in the 5th chukker back in centre field with the throw in, and it will be England the ones who have to work out the tactics now. Argentina's dropped into their natural game for that second half. You see that shot there from, and playing their natural game of hitting the ball long and then bringing it up to the goal scoring area, and Sonadis really putting the cork in the bottle for them in that chukker when he stole the ball away from James Harper and took it halfway down the field to score. So the 5th chukker is going to be critical. If England can't pull that lead back by substantially by the end of the 5th chukker, then it's going to be very, very difficult for them to win this game.